Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat, and today, after this truck goes by, I'm going to be looking into vintage lenses. Now, I've done a couple of videos where I put vintage lenses onto this Sony a7 IV here that I'm recording with, but what is the real difference? Can you get the vintage look? How does it compare to doing the same lens on an actual vintage camera with film? Well, I'm going to find that out. I still have some of the Portra 400 film left over in the Minolta SRT-MC-II, so I am going to take the 35mm and 50mm, whatever lens, the old lenses that go to the Minolta, and I'm going to try them out, and we're going to compare them side by side, as close to the same photo as I can get, with both cameras, only, you know what I mean. But anyway, let's grab some caffeine and let's see how this turns out. Thanks for sticking with us. Now I'm already caffeinated, so we're ready to get started. Again, I'm here at Pine View Reservoir near Ogden, Utah. Well, there's all these fall colors here, which should make for very beautiful photos. Let's go ahead and try these lenses, or the lens. I'm going to use the 35mm lens for this part, wait for that truck to go by, and all the other cars that happen to be coming by. Such a professional video. Anyway, let's put the lenses on the cameras and see what happens. We're already in a beautiful spot, so we might as well take a couple photos here. I'm leaning toward the digital here, but the Portra 400 isn't bad. Can't leave our chariot out. Everything's there in the Portra shot, but I feel like I'm overexposing a bit. Let's drive out of Ogden Canyon and check out more of the incredible scenery in the area. Our goal here is Antelope Island in the Great Salt Lake. You'll see in a minute, but the place looks like you're at the ends of the earth or something. If you take photos at the west side of the island, nobody would ever guess you're near Salt Lake City, Utah. Even from the causeway, you get some incredible looking shots. Let's take one of the island. I'm thinking the colors of the digital version are better, but it might just be the scanning process where I had the Portra 400 developed. If you're familiar with the film, let me know in the comments what I've done wrong here. We may as well continue onto the island itself. All of this was once at the bottom of a giant inland sea. You can think of the Great Salt Lake as a sort of puddle left over from what was once Lake Bonneville. It's a giant puddle, of course, but compared to what used to be here 16,000 years ago, a puddle nonetheless. The lake is a bit low these days, but you still get an incredible shot from Buffalo Point here. This is a nice photo, but I'm still not sure about the colors on the Portra 400. People love this film, so I must be doing something wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think it might be. I'm starting to think this is just the nature of this film. It isn't bad, don't get me wrong, it's just got a lot more yellow than the digital version. Here's our carriage once again. It's been a faithful companion on this journey, so we better document it. Is it that I've overexposed the film? I may not be doing this film stock justice here. Let me know in the comments and maybe I'll have to give it another try in the future. The photos are still beautiful and exhibit a lot of what makes film so popular to this day. Now I'm at Ladyfinger Point. Let's see how it fares here. Okay, I think I'm slightly overexposed here, but it looks a little better. I'm not even going to comment on the digital. This one's nice, but I've overexposed the film. Well, how'd you like it? I mean, oh, by the way, yeah, the temperature has changed somewhat. So I'm wearing this so that I don't freeze. Anyway, what do you think of the photos? How did they turn out? I think that the film photos turned out fine. The Portra 400 stuff, it was a little overexposed. I think that's on me. I was overexposing it. I didn't use it properly. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you know a little bit about the Portra 400 film from Kodak. If, you know, you want to get it right on with the exposure, overexposed, underexposed, whatever you're supposed to do with the stuff. Obviously, I did it a little bit wrong, but they still look pretty nice. It still exhibited some of the features of film stuff that people look for, the grain and all of that. I'm not a big fan of heavy grain. It was a little bit more noticeable than it was on the Portra 160, obviously. But yeah, overall pretty good, but I would go with those digital photos. But that's my fault, because I probably goofed up what I was doing. Anyway, I will leave it at that. Again, let me know in the comments what you think, which one was better. Well, yeah, let me know. What am I saying? Of course, let me know what's better. I'll see you guys in the next one.